Yo, what's going on everybody? Chillcat Gaming here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're driving a very special bus. We're in a 2003 CE200 with the T444E. This is bus 0350. We're at Harper Creek High School here, and we're going to be picking up some handicapped students. This is a handicapped bus, and we're going to be taking some students home. Now, I've heard that these kids can be a little crazy. Oh, I hit the curb there, no big deal. Let's pull up a little more so we can load that handicapped student a little better. See, and I don't know why, but whenever I look to the right now in rigsofrods, it just gets quiet. See, if I look to straight again, it goes away and it gets normal volume. But neutral, parking brake, and let's go ahead. Headlights off, strobe off. Let's do our child check real quick. All right, let's just walk to the back and hit the button. There we go. All right, let's wait for this missile. Man, I parked up here because I thought the lift was in the back, and I didn't want to walk the wheelchair all the way out here. But, you know what? The wheelchair's in the front, so we're going to have to deal with it. And it looks like we've got a bit of time to spare before the kids get out, so let's go ahead, open the door here, and I'll give you guys a walk around. Alright, so coming out, turning around here, we can see that this is, of course, bus 0350, like I said. We've got a little vent or something up by the school bus sign. I'm not even sure what that is. It's a first-gen CE, of course, Harper Creek. We've got the international logo in the front, which, for an 03, I'd think that's kind of weird. I would think there'd be an IC logo up there. We've got boring old mirrors, regular old mirrors, and then coming to the back, we've got no warning light visors. Do we have warning light visors in the front? I think we do. Yeah, we do. Warning light visors in the front, but not in the back. That is something a little odd. Michigan license plate. Harper Creek is in Michigan, so that makes sense. And then from here, it's pretty much just your typical first-gen CE with the wheelchair lift in the front. I mean, nothing too special. Kind of general spec. Blue seats on the inside. We've already seen the interior. The ceiling does look a little interesting. Yeah, that's odd. And the roof hatches are kind of under-detailed, but we do have some nicely detailed cameras in here. But yeah, I'll just walk around it one more time. This is a 2003 ICCE 200 T444E, and we've got about 30 seconds till the kids get out. We gotta run back in the bus. And let's see, turn the bus on so we can use the wheelchair lift, and let's turn the lift master switch on. And you know what? Since we have AC on this bus, we'll go ahead, we'll start the bus, and we'll get that going too. So let's see, let's just turn it all the way up for these kids. Alrighty, and we have one wheelchair out here. Let's go ahead, we'll get him loaded onto the bus, and then we'll take off. Alright, go ahead, close that wheelchair lift door, and then we'll hop back in the seat, turn the headlights on, the strobe light on, and we'll close the door, and now it is time to go. So that means it's time to put our foot on the brake, put the bus into drive, and release the parking brake. This bus does have hydraulic brakes. I know a lot of people are not a fan of hydraulic brakes. Most people prefer air brakes, but it is what it is. It's still a bus at the end of the day. I like it. I like the gauge cluster on here. You don't see that a lot in rigsofrods, especially on Jason's first gen. Normally you just have the default ROR cluster in there from back in the day, but you know, you don't see that a lot anymore because most of these models nowadays are so good they have their own gauge clusters. Back in the day, a lot of ROR models just had, you know, like the gray gauge. Do we have it in second? Let me see here. No, we had it in drive. Oh, that's a little weird. This thing shifts really late. Oh, that's weird. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to pull this into the shop, get it checked out, make sure everything's okay, because this does not seem right. Unless it's supposed to shift like that, I don't know. I'll waste a mechanic's time if that's the case. But yeah, I just remember the days when ROR just had the standard gauges in the middle on the Jason's first gen. And on a lot of buses, actually. That was the case on the GCPS CEs, I believe it was. Those had it. But we've moved on from those days. Most, if not all, bus models that come out nowadays have their own respective gauge clusters, and that's just, you know, that's good modeling right there. And, you know, it takes some effort to put a gauge cluster in. It's not just, you know, you throw in a mesh and you don't need to throw in any programming or anything. You gotta, you know, get the gauges set up, the speedo and everything. Have a good night. Alright, and it is Friday, so have a good weekend, kiddo. Alright, let's see. Let's park, brake, drive, and close the door. And we are crossing the highway here, so let's go ahead, look both ways. Alright, let's go ahead, we'll cross. Alright. Yeah, that doesn't seem right at all. Going up to 3,000 RPMs before it shifts. Only doing 25 miles an hour? That doesn't seem right. And we're just gonna pretend there's a stop sign here, even though there's not. Yeah, when I turn to the right, I don't know if I've mentioned this yet this video, but when I turn to the right, the audio starts to get quiet. And I don't think I've had that issue before. Like, this is just today it started, and I don't know why. I'm gonna have to look into it, because it is starting to bother me quite a bit. So, hope you guys have been well. I certainly have been getting better. I've had a cold of some kind, for those who haven't been paying as much attention to the channel. We got another stop here in neutral, parking brake, open the door. I still have a bit of a cough. Hopefully you guys don't hear it this video. You guys probably won't, because it has been getting significantly better than I was doing on that live stream. I think it was Saturday, or last week, Sunday? So exactly 1 week ago, from the time I'm recording this, there was a live stream, and I wasn't doing too well on there. But made it through. Yeah, that's not right. That isn't right at all. Don't like that at all. It's just, we gotta pull this into the shop. And make a right turn here. We've got another stop up here, so you know what that means. Activate our amber warning lights about 200 feet from the stop, or more in my case. Look at the light monitor. Completely do not pay attention to the road, just stare at the light monitor. Go ahead, stop your bus, put it in neutral, set the parking brake, and open the door. And pray that we don't have a crossing gate, because it's probably going to be out on the road right now. I don't think we have a crossing gate, so you can put it back in drive, release the parking brake. I went to put my hand out to release the air parking brake, and it's not there. It's on the left side. It's that little stick. Yeah, like, when I look to the right, it's just the engine sounds that get quiet. Like, the brake sounds, they'll stay. They'll play no matter where I turn. The engine sounds, that's weird. I'm gonna have to look into that, troubleshoot that a little bit. Up, turn. Come on, bus. Turn. Oh, this thing's kind of long. And my wheel decided to have a little bit of an oopsie. My wheel stand started moving around as I was turning. That's why I almost went in the grass. This is bothering me. I've said it about 500,000 times and I know it, but man, oh, voice crack there. We don't talk about that. It'll be fine. Let's go ahead and let's see. We'll cross up here. Got a Taco Bell up here. Go ahead, we'll activate our amber overhead warning lights. We're gonna stop at Taco Bell today. It's on the stop list. It's on the route sheet, boys and girls and all genders. Let's go ahead. We will stop the bus. Set the parking brake. Put her in neutral. And open the door. And now it's time to take off from Taco Bell. Let's go. We'll close the door. Put her into drive. Release the parking brake. Let's get on out of here. So, while I'm in the video, better say that all the content in this video is private, unfortunately. For those who are looking to get it, it can't. That is out of my control, whether it's public or private. It was given to me by a friend, and that friend told me not to give it out. So, to respect that friend and his content, I will not be giving it out. And, anyways, moving on. Go ahead, we will. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the brake sounds, they'll play when I turn right, but the engine sounds won't. And it's weird. And we've got a wheelchair stop coming up here soon. Alright, so I believe we're turning right here. And then a couple houses down here is where the wheelchair stop is at. I believe it's this house on the end here. Let's go, we'll activate our ambers, turn on our hazard lights since we are getting out of the bus. Go ahead and stop. Actually, let's back up a little bit. I want to get them off on the driveway instead of the grass. Yeah, the backup alarm plays. You know, this happened earlier too, like I was playing earlier, so I switched vehicles and it was still doing it. Let's see. There we go. And let's get out of the bus. All right, and we've got Timmy off the wheelchair lift here. He is rolling on into the house. All right, and back in the bus. Let's go ahead, we'll put her into drive, release the parking brake, and we will close the door, turn the hazard lights off, and then get back onto the road. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that wheelchair lift master off since we're not gonna be using it for the rest of the day. Let's go ahead and turn. There we go. All right, so we've got 2 more stops here. They're all kind of far apart, not too terribly far apart. I'd say maybe a minute apart each. We're going to our next one now, of course, and then once we're done with our last one, we'll head back to the lot. Oh, there's no stop sign here. I thought it was a 4-way stop. But we'll head back to the lot, do our child check, and then our post trip, and then that will be it. Going through a roundabout here. Haven't gone through one of these in a while. Oh yeah, let's go ahead, get off here. What is going on with the road? There's like pieces hanging off in the grass. I don't know. Probably went all in the grass driving there. Let's go ahead, we'll turn left here. And then that neighborhood across the highway there, that is where we're going for our next 2 stops. And then we're gonna have to drive all the way up to the north side of the map, go to the lot. All right, we are turning right here. Let's go ahead, slow way down, and then make our turn. And then not this intersection, but the next road down is where we are stopping. Let's go ahead, we'll turn on our amber overheads. And this is just a regular stop, so we'll go ahead, neutral, parking brake, and we'll open the door. And on to our next stop. Let's go ahead, we'll unsecure the bus, close the door, all that, and then we are turning left, and then we are going all the way down the road. Well, I don't know why I accidentally put the bus in reverse there. The shifter's just kind of loose, you know? Anyways, have a good weekend. It's just one getting off at that stop. That was our last student of the day. Close the door, unsecure the bus and everything like that. Left turn signal and let's turn. So let's see, what else could we talk about today? Oh, streams. Streaming. This week it will not happen. I guaranteed won't happen at all. Not even Sunday. I'm sorry guys, but the next weekend there's a possibility of a stream. Not saying there is gonna be one, but there's a possibility that there will be a stream. I think the 27th it is. And these brakes are just not working for me today. But the 20th, there will absolutely be no stream. I will be busy that night. The 27th, maybe. And then October 4th, I think is the next opening I would have for a stream. I don't know. We are working on something else as an alternative to streaming in the background right now. I'm not going to announce it yet. And it will be something Discord only, and that's all I will say about it. But yeah, streaming and something else coming very soon are the 2 things that are going to happen. Hopefully within the next few weeks. That's what I'm hoping. If I don't feel that good, but like if I don't feel good, I'm sick, I won't stream. But if I feel good, which I have been, then a stream is on the agenda. Whoa, 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 I need to pay attention to the road. I need to start hitting the brakes earlier too. Man, I almost missed that turn, went right in the grass. All right, let's get going this way. And I think speed limit's 35 or 45, something like that around here. Let's go ahead, we'll just go straight down the road, and then we'll park at the lot, do our child check, post trip, and then child check. And then that will be it for today. All right, turning left on into the lot here. Let's go ahead, make our turn. Might have gone in the grass there. That is a bit of a tight turn. Let's see, let's go ahead and we'll park on the other side. All right. Let's pull on over here, and then we are going to reverse into, let's say, the spot second to the end here. Alright, so let's go ahead, pull up here, and we'll put on our hazards, put the bus into reverse, lock our horn a couple of times, and then reverse on in. Not too fast, we'll hit the brakes a little bit. Alright, getting it on into the parking spot. There we go. And first person again. Alright, a little more. A little bit more. Alright, there we go. Neutral, parking brake, hazard lights off, and we'll leave everything else on. Let's go to our post trip. Let's see. Open our ambers. Open our ambers. Turn on our ambers. What am I yapping about? Hazard lights. We'll put the bus in reverse so we can check our reverse beeper. And we've already got our tail lights on, so let's go check out the spatula lights. In the front, we can see that our clearance lights up top are working along with our amber overhead warning lights, our hazard lights, and our headlights. And on the driver's side, we can see that our side turn signal is working along with both of our clearance lights and our strobe light. And then on the back of the bus, we can see that our clearance lights up top are working along with our amber overhead warning lights, our hazard lights, our tail lights, and our reverse lights. And our reverse beeper is very much audible. And then on the passenger side, we can see that all of our clearance lights up top are working along with our right turn signal. And now let's go ahead, let's check out more lights. So I'll put the bus back in neutral to get rid of that obnoxious reverse beeper. Release the parking brake, and I'll take my broomstick, prop it in between the seat and the brake pedal to hold the brake pedal down. And let's see, let's open up our door. Actually, let me flip the release switch back. I had it flipped so I could get out of the bus. Alright, let me go ahead now. We'll switch over to our reds, and let's go check out these lights. In the front, all of our lights from before are working along with the red overhead warning lights and our LED stop sign. And don't forget to make sure your stop sign is working on both sides, which it is. Let's go ahead and we will head to the back of the bus where our red overhead warning lights and our tail lights, or not tail lights, brake lights are working. And of course, all of our lights from before are working. Let's go, we'll hop back in the bus and we will switch off the reds and close the door, off with the hazard lights, off with the headlights, off with the strobe, and set the parking brake, of course, before we go ahead and shut this thing down, and then run to the back of the bus, or walk to the back of the bus, don't run, and hit the button. Don't want to run, because then you'll miss the important belongings that might be back here. And the bus voice is talking over me, but anyways, might need to do some paint job on that wheelchair lift door. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, get off this bus, head home. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like on it, just subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, have links to the channel Discord server where you can hang out with me and other people from the community in the description below. With that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.